Okay, going to get started in 1 or 2 minutes. Hello, we are going to be making a mushroom pasta in a spicy cream sauce. So just gonna wait a little bit more to see everyone that joins and then we'll get started. Hello. Are you in India? No, I am not in India. I am in the US. I have my own site called Laugh Mirch, and I blog about preserving Indian food and culture and traditions. So today we are going to be making mushroom pasta in a spicy cream sauce. So we'll be using Amul cheese, Amul butter to start the cream sauce with. You can use Amul whole milk. Yes, mushroom pasta is delicious and very simple. So that's what we'll be making today. Thank you, let's get started. So what you'll do is first we will go ahead and saute our mushrooms. So for this dish, all you need are basic white mushrooms, and you have cut them quite thin. This is an eggless recipe, yes. There is no eggs in this dish. And I love this dish because you can make the mushrooms and the sauce in one pan, so less dishes to do. I have boiled our pasta and it is waiting for us. For this dish, I have used a pasta called penne pasta. You can use noodles, you can use what you like, but this pasta takes the sauce well in. So little more about it, it's okay with you. Yes, I am the editor-in-chief of a publication called Laugh Mirch. You can find me on Instagram. You can find my website, lovelaughmirch.com, and that is where I share my recipes. So into the pan, we have melted some Amul butter. And once we've put that butter, we're going to wait for it to melt down. And as soon as it has melted, we will go ahead and add in our flour. This, I'm using maida, all-purpose flour. You can use regular roti wala flour as well, the whole wheat flour, but for this, we're using maida because it does come out nice and creamy when you're making the sauce. So now that the butter has started to melt, we'll go ahead and add in our flour. And you want to cook it at a medium speed as to where it becomes pinkish brown. You don't want to overcook this, but you also don't want to undercook it because it will have then a raw taste. So as soon as it goes nice and golden brown, I will show you the color closer. And once it goes that goldeny pink color, that's when we will stream in our milk and add in our flavorings. Just becoming a little bit brown. And again, you're just going to do it until it's golden pink in color. So the situation of the lockdown, I hope everyone is staying safe. Different parts of the USA right now are experiencing some spikes. So we're staying home, doing lots of cookings at home, making lots of different dishes and, just trying to stay busy as you can. I hope you guys are doing well. I know India is shut down even longer now, I've heard, and some cities are getting worse. So please stay safe, wear masks, take precaution. So this color has now started browning up very well. Let me show you the color. So it has started browning up nice and pink. So now at this point, what I'll do is I will start adding the milk. And you want to quickly mix this because you want a nice and smooth sauce. So we're gonna quickly mix this in. And it's okay if the sauce looks a little thin because we are going to add the cheese to make it really nice and creamy. Now at this point, you can also add in some seasonings. I'm going to add some salt and pepper, and then I'm going to add in some oregano and some paprika. If you don't have paprika, you can use Laugh Mirch, red chili powder. Again, it gives a nice color and a little bit of a spice, but not too spicy. And if you like it very spicy, then you can also at this point add some nice red chili flakes. So I'm just going to let this come to a little bubble, and then we will go ahead and add our Amul cheese. So this is just starting to thicken up. And now we will add our Amul cheese. I have used the cheese block and I have shredded it. So it's come to a nice boil. So I'm just gonna lower the temperature a little bit and mix in the cheese. And this is becoming nice and creamy already. It's gone ahead. Okay. So now once this is all melted, you can take this off the heat and just add it to any bowl that you want on the side for now. We'll use this later, and just take out the sauce. In the same pan, we're going to saute the mushrooms because it's going to be the same dish anyways mixed in, so we don't need to use a new pan. So in this again, you'll add some Amul butter. And as soon as this starts melting, we are going to add some red chili flakes I have out here for you. And this is what's gonna give the mushrooms a really nice spice. So our butter is melting. Now we'll go ahead and add in some nice chili flakes. And those are going to start sizzling. And then we will add in our mushrooms to this. And we're gonna let this saute. I think I'm going to be adding a little bit more butter just to get it done. How long? The sauce, you can store it for about 3-4 days, but you have to refrigerate it in an airtight container. But it will last, and you can use it as a pizza base. You can use it as a pasta sauce. You can make chili cheese toast with it. So we're gonna add in a little bit more butter to the mushrooms to help them saute and brown. This is a little bit of an indulgent dish, but a nice treat. So this is going to be sauteing down, and then I want to season the mushrooms. As soon as the mushrooms start wilting a little, this is when you want to season it because mushrooms do release quite a bit of water. So this is going to cook down just a little bit. We still want a little bite to the mushroom. It tastes nice, but you don't want them to be hard, still hard. So you just want to cook it down just until they get a bit tender. And we are going to go ahead and add in some oregano. Mushrooms are not boiled. These mushrooms were raw cut and we are sauteing them. If you are using mushrooms that are boiled or in a tin, in a can, then this extra step is not required. You can add it directly to the cream as you're making your pasta. But we are cooking these mushrooms fresh, so that's why this step is required to season them really nicely. So now our mushrooms have cooked down very well. They are soft, but not too soft. You can see. Sorry. I should do this instead for you all. There you go. So now we're gonna go ahead and add in our pasta and then our sauce. So I have, again, boiled this pasta, and you want to boil it just until it has a slight bite. But, so it should be, al dente is what they say. It's where you can still taste a little bit of the pasta, a little bite, but it's not too soft. So now you've added this in here, and the natural sauces of the mushrooms are coating it, and this is when now we will go ahead and add in our cream sauce. And you're gonna mix everything together. Again, the reason I like this pasta shape is because it soaks up all the sauce and you get a good taste of the sauce. But you can use anything you have at home. I'm gonna just lower the heat a little bit to let it soak up. I'm going to put in a little bit of garlic powder. The flavors go really nice with mushroom and the cream sauce. If you don't like garlic or you don't eat garlic, you don't have to add it. Okay, so this is ready. Now I really like to put some fresh garnishing on it. So let me get a bowl for us and we will serve it in there. And I'll show you the garnishes that I like to put on it. We're gonna turn off the heat. Add our pasta directly to our serving bowl. What I like to do is I like to first put some crushed red chili on it, and then I like to put some torn basil. Fresh basil, if you have, is always nice. If you don't have basil, you can put parsley, fresh oregano. It just makes the dish a little bit lighter, and it's also nice to see, which, that is how we let our senses when we like to eat, is you see it first and then it's appetizing. So this is a spicy mushroom and cream pasta, again made with all Amul products. We used Amul cheese block for the cheese. We used the butter for the cream sauce and Amul milk to make the cream sauce as well. I hope you enjoyed this live with me, and again, if you are interested in more of my recipes, you can follow me over at Laugh Mirch. I have a website, as well as you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you for joining today.